now.
Hello, my name is EBDO3, and this is a Beat Saber Expert Plus Showcase. I have Optica on commentary with me and the wonderful Netara as host. I heard this was a speed running event, so I figured.
You there?
Oh, sorry. Oops. My bad.
No worries. You're good.
I heard this was a speedrunning event, so I figured the best way to start it might be running through the first 4 soundtracks of Beat Saber in 12 minutes. So, without further ado, this is the Beat Saber OST Mega Mix. It is a 130 BPM and an average of 5.67 notes per second. That'll make a little more sense in a minute, but let's get going. And go.
Good luck. You're gonna be awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Alright, take it away. Let's go.
Alrighty. So, for those of you that are looking at this and going, "Oh, what's going on?" So pretty much, this is Beat Saber. It is a VR rhythm game, and it kind of made rhythm or VR games in general blow up from never heard of it to, oh my god, we need to play this. The basic explanation of Beat Saber is you are using your controllers and they are becoming these awesome laser swords, and you're slashing through these targets. The targets themselves are like the beats of the song. Each hand is represented by a separate color, and you have to match the laser color with your hand. So in this case, EBD has to match the red targets with your left hand and the black targets with the right hand. Now, what I didn't realize until I actually started really looking at the game when I started playing it, this is actually a 4x3 grid. There's these targets can fit in one of 12 possible locations on the grid itself. And within the different spots of the grid, they can be facing different directions and have those arrows that you see in there. Those arrows signify where EBD has to slash through the target for it to count. If you see it, a square or a target with a dot, she can go at it with whichever direction she wants to, and it will count. Now, the score she gets is going to be based on essentially the length of the cut, the angle of the swing, how accurate the cut is, meaning how close to center it is. There's a lot that goes into the scoring. The point of the matter is, I believe 115 is the max per note. Excuse me. You can also see she's doing some effective kung fu as she's dodging those white squares. That's a situation where she can't have her head go in those squares. When she does that, the music actually gets super muffled and she starts losing her health bar. And like every rhythm game, the health bar goes away and the song is over, and then we are all sad pandas. But the thing with this game, or this particular song, like she mentioned, she's effectively speedrunning the first 4 full soundtracks of Beat Saber itself. And let me tell you, for those that haven't played Beat Saber, or for those that have and they know, this is a highlight of stamina. Arm strength and arm stamina.
Okay, sorry about that. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulties. But while we're waiting, let's read out some of these amazing donations that have come through in the meantime. So we have, let's see. Oh, I requested ice cream and you folks delivered. We have $25 from Ajax Unlimited saying, "Here I am laying in bed and scent comes on and has me craving ice cream. I'm too cozy to get up right now, so I guess I'll donate my ice cream money instead. Let's see those noodle maps. And thank you so much for that. A reminder for those who weren't here when we were talking about it, this current showcase is only the first of 2 Beat Saber showcases that we're going to be doing. The second one has an incentive that if you donate, you can donate towards, where we can see noodle maps, which from what I understand are community maps, which are do some really interesting things with this game. So if you think it's impressive as is seeing, our funny kind of light swords hitting the notes, you are not going to want to miss this. So definitely lots of time. Well, no, not lots of time to donate to that till the end of this run. So we wanna get that in sooner rather than later. We have a $25 donation from Scott saying more Beat Saber, which we will be definitely getting back for you shortly. We have $25 from Anonymous. Thank you so much. We must have had a $25 donation train, which I'm going to thank everyone for in advance. This is definitely going to help us a lot. We have $25 from Fushichi Zero. We have $25 from Dragon Llama. We have $25 from Charlotte. We have $25 from Mechalink, and we have another $25 from Adstill. So thank you for all of those. Okay, with that, let's talk about why we're here. So we are the Frame Fatales, and this event is Frost Fatales, and Frost Fatales is presented by Frame Fatales, an all-woman community for those who are interested in speedrunning, charity events, and gaming. If you would like to support Frame Fatales, you can follow us on Twitter at Frame Fatales, all one word, and tell people about this event. To learn more, type !FF in the chat, and we'll have our lovely bot take care of us. Okay, with that, looks like we are ready to get going again. Get ready for some Beat Saber.
Sorry about that. Why don't we get back into the song? Unscheduled perfect little break for me.
Yeah, shout out to Tech Chat.
Arms certainly do not mind.
Right? Yeah. Chat, can we give a shout out to Tech for just being absolutely on point for that one? But yeah, no, like EBB said, this is an 11-minute song, and stamina is very much a thing. This is a cardio workout. This is an arm strength workout. And it's actually a brain workout too. It is, there's a lot going on, and you can tell EBD is vibing along. It's great fun, but it takes a lot of practice, stretching, as EBD mentioned earlier, to get to the point where she is right now with Expert Plus. And yeah, looking at these charts, just going, wow, my arms weep seeing how amazing this is. But excuse me. But yeah, this is kind of like just a general overview of a lot of the stuff that we'll be seeing, and we're going to talk about in a little bit more detail with other songs. But mentioning, honestly, the vibing along, kind of dancing with this. What I love about Beat Saber, I know EBD loves about Beat Saber, is there are so many different ways to play the game. You can honestly just dance around, have a good time. That's what EB does, while also adding in the fact that she's really good at this. You can go for the high scores. The leaderboards are absolutely amazing and challenging. And just try to go for the top there. You can do various rank showcases, which we'll see with Kung Fu Fruit Cup. Oh my goodness, names are hard. After this, it's pretty much whatever you want to do, whatever you want to have fun doing. So as we get some dancing going on in chat, if you'd want to make an announcement, make a donation, kind of had to take a quick break there, but we can hear a little bit more about what we're here and what we're doing this for.
Absolutely. One thing we can do is read some donations. We have $50 from Just M, actually, saying, proud bestie writing in. So excited for this run. Have fun out there. We also have $20 from Schmumbler. Hey EBD, can't wait to watch you absolutely smash those beats live. And I've heard a ghost corgi may make a cameo?
Yeah, I do have my corgi running loose around set. So if there is a cute little corgi booty in the stream, just roll with it.
Yeah, just cozy vibes, everybody. Totally cozy vibes. I did see a question in chat view for which lens you use. I'm assuming they're talking about the type of headset we're playing off of.
So that's my favorite thing about this is I'm using an Oculus Quest 2, which I think is the most cost-efficient model of VR headsets. Please don't quote me on that. I think it is, but I'm not totally positive. But I love that I can have just as much fun as people that are plugged into PC. And I don't have to, spend as much money. Their set looks a lot better than mine, but it's a good cost-efficient way if you would like to get into VR games.
Oh, completely agreed. I'm like you. I'm on the Quest 2 and second everything EBD says. If you're interested in VR games, VR speedrunning, VR rhythm games, the Quest is a great way to get in, get involved, see what's there, and it's portable, so you can easily take it places and enjoy it in just the randomest of locations, and not in an airport one time.
This headset is totally cord free. Like there's the mixed reality camera, but that's fine.
It's totally fine.
Directly in the headset.
Speaking as someone who has a wired VR headset, this looks amazing.
Appreciate it. I know, I always, whenever I caught food streams, I'm like, wow, her display looks really, really good. So all of them are good. It's just whatever works best for you. But totally recommend Beat Saber and other VR games. It just really works it. It's a great time.
Oh yeah, and it's actually not as hard to adjust as people might think it is. It does take some getting used to for sure, and there is that little bit of trust that you're not gonna trip over something, or as a fellow animal lovers and owners are aware of, a random dog decides to get in the way. But and I will totally say on the fact that one thing that EBD did not trip up on were those bombs in the previous one. Basically, we don't want the Sabers to hit those bombs. That is sadness. They explode. We lose our combo. And, well, we don't want to lose our combo because it's a sad day. But, excuse me. Let's see here. Yeah, the bombs, those barricades, there's a lot going on. And I will say I love that as we switch between the songs, the color actually changes.
Yeah, so that's chroma. So that is a really cool extension that just, casually changes my Saber's colors as a really cool light show effect. If you're really into cool light shows and, breaking Beat Saber wide open, definitely get your donations in for Food Noodle Showcase. Like, y'all think this is cool? I think it's gonna blow it out of the water. It's totally a different experience seeing noodles.
Still, do not discredit what you're seeing on screen right now. Expert Plus is the hardest difficulty. There's easy, there's normal, hard, expert, and Expert Plus. And Expert Plus things are wild. I'm barely scratching the surface of Expert Plus, and I'm looking at this and going, ow, just how? This is amazing.
On that note, too, I do want to make a note that all of the songs that I'm going to play today are, it's the soundtrack of the base game, but this isn't the base game note pattern. This is actually mapped by the absolutely incredible, cannot be praised enough, Beat Saber community. So the people that make different patterns of notes like this are known as mappers, and they provide this on different platforms where you can just go in and get, individual songs. So instead of having maybe 100 or so songs on the base game, I have another 306 songs last time I checked, and it's all sorts of genres, all sorts of ranges. It takes base game, expert plus, and makes it even faster and harder. Like, I cannot say enough things about the wonderful mapping community because they're what keep this game going for me. By adding in, I never get bored. I never have restrictions on the number of songs that I can do because there are so many more that are added every day.
Agreed, and I love the fact that, like you touched base on, they don't just focus on mapping extra plus songs. Like, they make sure everybody in the community.
They do everybody.
And it's, again, the songs that are available in the base game, don't discredit them. They're fantastic. They're great, but at the same time, like you said, it's the community is what keeps this game going, and just if there's just a random song or random genre that you'd want to check out and you're like, well, I don't know if it'll be on there, it probably is. And there's probably an amazing chart behind it. So Beat Saber I would literally say it's a staple of anybody that owns a VR headset. It's such a fun game, and it's a great way to burn some calories. I cannot stress that enough.
And done. So
Gee,
that's the first 4 soundtracks in 12 minutes.
GG's. That was... Holy heck and fluff. That was... I don't know about you, chat. My arms are again, they're crying right now, because...
Netara, do you have any donations or announcements while I take a quick sip of water between songs?
Oh my gosh, do I ever. I have $50 from Alex. We are streaming and rooting for you from the multi-purpose room. Go Frostbite Gels!
Oh gosh.
Yay! We have $50 from Real Deal 07. That's my friend killing it! Savor those beats! We have $25 from The Bros. We love you!
That's a lot of really great support. I appreciate all that. Thank you, because it all goes to the Malala Fund, which is a wonderful, wonderful cause.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next song I have on deck for you, Asako was really wonderful, and she pointed out that we have, regular notes with directional slashes. We have bombs that we have to avoid with our sabers. We have walls that we have to avoid with the headset. In 2021, I believe, they introduced these 2 additional notes called arc notes and chain notes. So arc notes, it's a regular block, but it has a line that goes across to another block, almost like a little light show, and your controller's going to vibrate with it the whole time. That'll make more sense when you see it. And then they have chain notes, which are almost like piecemeal notes, and they're broken up and kind of expands the block to cover more space. And each of the little sections counts for a different amount of your score. So, for all of my Sonic fans out there, here's Crisis City Act 2 from Sonic Generations. This is mapped by Joe Tastic with a 181 BPM and an average of 6.36 notes per second. Let's go!
I'd say, chat, now would be the perfect time to see all of those wonderful Sonic emotes coming up in this chat. Yeah, exactly like EBD said, there's 2 new notes in here that completely changed how you looked at the notes. Up until this point, it was just squares, and then now we have these arc notes. We have these trailing notes. There it is.
There they go.
And those notes can either end connected to another note, as you see right now, or the trail could just end and be done with it. But you can actually get some really cool flowing patterns with them going. So it's one of those, it seems like it's a little bit more work, but in a way it kind of helps you figure out where you want to go next. Those notes are the trail notes that she was referring to, and you have to follow the trail. Again, you always want to aim for the center of those slices to get the best possible score, which, when they curve like some of them do, not as easy of a task as you think. And yeah, the scoring formula changes a little bit differently for those 2 particular notes. Something I saw in chat a little bit earlier mentioning muscle memory. Yes, muscle memory is so important in these games. I mean, just like anything, the more you practice Beat Saber, the more your brain just automatically knows what to do. It can turn off and just go.
Oh yeah, definitely stick around for the later songs of the showcase because my brain just like shuts off and I hit things and don't even realize that I'm hitting it. But muscle memory is definitely a key part of getting to know Beat Saber.
Yeah, and one thing with a lot of the charts is that it's, again, there's a lot going on, a lot coming at you really fast, but at the same time, there is a flow. So with going along with the muscle memory and just turning the brain off and going with the song, a lot of times, if you're not sure where to go next with the sabers, follow the flow of the pattern, and you'd be surprised. You'll start hitting those notes that seemed completely impossible to hit. And just
Beat Saber is also super user friendly too, in that you can slow down and practice any song. So if you need a little more time and a little more work on it, you can totally slow it down.
And honestly, the next song that we'll be seeing, which I'll let Evie talk about when we get to it, is a perfect example of just slowing it down to the slowest possible way to learn those patterns, because, whoa, first time I saw that chart, I had to slow it down to actually look at it.
Yeah, that chart's my favorite little doozy.
It is fun, though.
It's a lot of fun. It's very hard.
But you make it look so easy, and I'm willing to bet everybody would agree. Just like making that look like it was no big deal.
I appreciate it. Netara, do you have any more donations or announcements?
Oh, I was born ready. We had $5 from Big Scared. So EBD is a frost fatale, eh? I'd hate to give you a cold shoulder, and I'm sure hope these puns aren't getting an icy reception from the host. The way you're smashing Expert plus Beat Saber gives me chills. Hope you're plenty warmed up for the occasion. We have Oh, of course. We have $25 from Wiser Than You. EBD is a pro at Beat Saber. We have $25 from Bean. Awesome saber skills, EBD03. Also, do you know if I can depreciate land?
You cannot depreciate land. That's very funny. In my spare time, I'm an accountant, so please don't do that. So, the next song is one that I talked about online. So, to kind of preface it, when you hit a note correctly, you get a little bit of a vibration in your controller, and that's just kind of a way that the game explains to you that, hey, you're doing a good job. Sometimes notes can be a 1/16 of a second apart, and you can't really tell the difference between any of them, whether you're hitting them or not, because it's just a bunch of vibrations. This is an excellent track to show that off. It is definitely a speed map, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a blast. So, my favorite little pink guy, Kirby. This is Green Green's Kirby Adventures, mapped by Remy. It's a 180 BPM and 6.9 notes per second. And don't worry, you will absolutely know when it gets real fast, I promise.
Well, that's all I got.
Yes. Poyo's in chat.
And yeah, this is like we said earlier, just the speed and the beats per minute. It's just, this is a nice little warm up to get into the really fun part. It's one where when you see the chart, you're going, okay, this is fine. This is suddenly not fine. This is when we say, hey, go to practice mode, turn down the speed, and just go to whatever speed you need to really start learning the arm motions, and then slowly work your way up. And eventually your arms are just going to kind of follow the flow. They're going to go into the muscle memory mode, and things are going to make more sense. Like these single-handed back and forths, those are so much harder than you think. Like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. But just the strength you need in the arms to keep that up at that high speed, it takes a lot.
Oh, goodness me. Yeah, that would hurt. Okay. Well, that was fast. I think.
Yeah.
Do you have any more donations or announcements?
Oh, I'm ready. We have $20 from Lex saying, "Love watching you. Great job. Keep crushing it, EBD." We have $25 saying, noodles from Squirrel611. And that is a reminder that we are still trying to meet that noodle songs incentive, which is coming up in our next Beat Saber showcase. We are currently at $1,029 out of a needed $5,000. So we have until the end of this run to get that. We would love to see that. Everything we're seeing here apparently gets even more magical in the noodle map. So let's get that.
Oh yeah, you absolutely want to donate for the noodle showcase. Like, it is unmissable is the best way for me to describe it. Like, it's incredible. Okay, so the next song I have on deck is, this is probably one of the ones where I started to get kind of into the higher levels. There are more complicated note patterns in it, and it has something in it that I almost like to refer to as a bounce. So for in 1/8 and 1/16 note increments, my arms are going to have to bounce, and I'm going to have to do either an opposite hand or hit both hands directly into the next set of notes. Don't worry, that'll make more sense when you see it. I do also want to note that this is when we start getting into the EDM and popping around section of the showcase, because these are fast and these are fun and very easy to dance to. So this is Yell, and it is matched by Jasabi. It is a 170 BPM and a 6.94 notes per second.
I know during our previous Spin Rhythm XD run, Camellia was mentioned. Unfortunately, we didn't have any songs there. Well, guess what, chat? This is Camellia! Which, honestly, nothing but bops. It's such a fun song. There's a lot going on in this song, a lot of crossovers, and this is very much one where to get to this level is going to take a lot of practice, but EBD is just going to completely rock it and make it look super easy.
Yes, this is definitely when you'll see muscle memory come in, where I could not tell you that I was hitting the notes. It just happens, and it just comes with a lot of practice, and I think anyone who picks this up is totally capable of doing it. You just gotta put a few hours in. And it is so satisfying when you hit them too.
Oh, agreed. What's cool is, like, for Beat Saber itself, when you look at the menus, you're looking at the songs and whatnot, you got your leaderboard to the right, but on the left, there is this giant wall menu of different options that you can choose to modify your game. Say, you know what? You're not a fan of red and blue squares. Let's do something different. You can do that. You can change the backgrounds. You can make it easier to view if there's just a little bit too much going on. You can increase the amount of flare and whatnot if that's your thing. You can turn on modifiers, like something as simple as no fail if you want to just get through the song without having to worry about keeping it going. You can speed up the song, you can slow down the song. You can make this into whatever you want. And it's super fun. There's even a fun little left-handed mode that we had talked about earlier, which I always, as a Southpaw myself, and shout out to Southpaws watching this, that's always nice to see. They remember this.
And mappers will absolutely put in a left-handed mode. So the wonderful community again does not forget our lefties. They absolutely make sure that things get alternated when they map them.
I love it. In chat, they're already just popping off with everything that you're hitting, which is absolutely amazing. Anyone, or those overhead ones, looking at those charts, for me, those are the hardest ones to hit. And you're just like, oh yeah, casually smacking them. It's great.
And I encourage you to, if you enjoy what you see, remember we do have another Beat Saber showcase after this, and you absolutely want to see those noodle maps. Maybe get a dancing donation. So if this makes you move and groove around, consider donating a little bit for that.
Completely agreed. My favorite question that I have seen thus far, they would like to confirm whether or not you are in fact a Jedi.
Maybe, you never know. All I'm saying is you've never seen a Jedi and me in the same room together.
This is true. This is very true. And Chet has answered for you. Yes, you are in fact a Jedi with these moves. Oh, yeah, you can see a lot just right now. All like the muscle memory is just kicking in for all of these charts because it's one of those things where because there's so much going at you again, your brain is not going to be able to look at that and just see everything all at once. So the practicing I don't even know what I just saw.
Yeah, there are a few of those in here.
Just a few, just a little bit. But Checker said the red saber is sus. You have to find balance to make the member of the gray or whatever. My lore is lacking, but yeah, right now she's doing an absolutely amazing job just keeping with this. It's just like the 11-minute mega mix that we saw. Charts like this that have a lot going on, a lot of these crossovers, a lot of these really fast, tight patterns. It in itself is a huge workout. So even though it's a shorter song, you have to do a lot more into a much more compact time. So to be able to keep going at this level is really super impressive. And I know I'm appreciative to be seeing this. I know Chad is too. And the obligatory take a breath section.
Yes, I do appreciate mappers that put a little section in for my arms to, come back from turning into noodles.
Ooh, and actually, there was a pretty good question I see for wrist movement. How much wrist movement is in this game? And if you have like RSI, is it still okay to play?
If you have RSI, obviously I'm not a medical professional. Please see a medical professional to double check things. I would think you would be okay at the lower levels, but it's definitely a lot of wrist movement. I'd say it's about 70, maybe 60% arms, 40% wrist. So I mean, it's a lot of wrist. I definitely, if I play too much, like my wrists definitely hurt the next day if I don't stretch them properly. So I'm not totally positive on that. But I would say if you stay towards the lower levels, you can definitely still have fun. And then Beat Saber also has Zen mode, which is a way that you can just like see the light shows and experience it, and you don't even have to play. Like you can just appreciate everything that's going on and like all the cool maps and designs and the different the different light shows to it, and not even be stressed out about trying to hit notes. Like there really is a million ways to enjoy this game.
Agreed. And
I was just going to say, can I come in with a donation or two? Fabulous. So we have $10 from Cece saying, Tech Team Love, Beat Saber Hype. We also have $23 from Metroid Crime saying $23 for 23 deaths in V6. Thank you all for allowing me to show off how to do things the hard way. And hopefully we don't have to do things the hard way for the Noodle Showcase. We do actually have until the end of Foo's run in order to get that Noodle Showcase, which gives us a little bit more time. It is a separate playlist filled with amazing songs. I've already seen the playlist, y'all, and you are not going to want to miss it.
What is my time right now? Can you please let me know?
are at about 29 minutes.
Oh, perfect.
So perfect timing.
The next song I have for you actually is like one of my top 3 songs to play right now. I really, really enjoy it, and I will try desperately hard not to sing along with it. I promise I won't. But it's an absolute bop. It takes what we just saw with Yell and brings it up just another notch, more diagonal patterns, more muscle memories. This is Comet. It is mapped by Rusty. It is a 1.85 BPM with an average of 7.26 notes per second. I adore this song. I will have a blast. I hope you all will have a blast too.
Oh, that is such a good song to listen to.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, one thing that the 11-minute mega mix that we saw, Charts like this that have a lot going on, a lot of these crossovers, a lot of these really fast, tight patterns. It's one of those things where because there's so much going at you again, your brain is not going to be able to look at that and just see everything all at once. So to be able to keep going at this level is really impressive. And I know I'm appreciative to be seeing this. I know Chad is too.
I was just going to say,
the chat is definitely agreeing with is the concept of stretching in this game. Like, honestly, with any physical rhythm game, going into that cold is the easiest way to get injured. You want to make sure, even if you're just starting out, stretching before and after, don't forget about after, is super important for keeping your muscles limber, keeping them functioning well, and not seizing up before, during, or after. I did see another question, which I think I know the answer, and I'm kind of chuckling at it. They want to know, they were curious on the controller, and I think, because it didn't look like a regular Oculus controller, and I'm pretty sure it is, but I also know the slight modification you've made to it.
Oh my gosh, okay, so y'all, well, you can laugh at me, it's very funny, and it proves that
It's
anybody can do
legit.
Beat Saber. So, I am using the regular Oculus controller, but I use a claw grip, which is just kind of a modified way to hold it. But I also have a modification on the claw grip. So, if y'all remember, when the Wii came out and it had that fun little note before you turned it on, where it was like, hey, put on the little straps or else you're going to throw the remote directly into the TV. That was designed for me. So, what I learned when I switched grips and started holding in the claw grip is that when I go fast, I tend to drop the controller, like just straight up let it go. So what I have learned to do is I may or may not have to electric tape or duct tape the controllers to my hands, but it doesn't matter because they're still full time. So never let anything stop you from something that you want to do because you will think of a way to do it.
If it works, it works. Yeah, I've definitely, there's usually a little red mark around my wrist for the strap because I use the regular grip when I play Beat Saber, but I have a very loose grip. And I may or may not have accidentally let a controller go and just felt it yank against my wrist.
Yes, absolutely. I do want to mention too, it's not electrical tape directly on my hands. I do have gloves on, so I'm not just, pinching my skin every couple of notes.
Oh, that just, that'd be painful. How many Camellia songs? There
There
may
are
or
two
may
in
not
this
be.
showcase.
We've seen Yell. The
We've
other
seen
one
Yell.
will remain a mystery. This chart is the level of complexity and the patterns for this chart is absolutely amazing to watch. Especially like farther, or notes that are far away, they can really it's hard to sometimes focus on both notes at the same time when they are a distance. And that's when, again, muscle memory is key. Especially knowing where you're slicing, especially if you're going for high scores, because you want to slice in the center. And a lot of times, I know with my right hand, I'll be focusing on my left side, and then my right arm, when I go for a note, I'll completely miss it. It's like, oh, well, I thought it was right there, and it didn't. I guess I didn't. Okay, so it's just one of
Absolutely
those
get
things.
that. Because you'll be like, what do you mean it's all the way over on that lane? How did it get over there?
Or it's like I'll take a slight step to the side, and I realize, oh, that's why I haven't hit anything. I'm not where I normally am.
It definitely doesn't help either when you bop around as much as I do, because I'll end up all over the square.
And that just fascinates me. That is amazing that you can do that. Like, my feet stay right here.
Netara, do you have any more donations?
Oh my gosh, do I ever. We have $25 from Paticus. I really like to eat noodles. What type of sauce are put on these noodles, though? Or are they in soup? Oh, after taking a second look, it's not that type of noodles. Well, I guess noodle maps are probably just as great. We have $5 from Emmy Elliott. A Friday night full of beats and sabers? I can't think of a better way to end the evening. We're here dancing along with y'all. We have $25 from Lexological. I need to see some noodle maps. Super excited to see EBD and Foo showing off this game. The only time I played, I thought my arms were going to fall off. Same.
Also,
So yeah, definitely not too late to get those donations in for the noodle incentive. We are getting even closer, friends.
Yes, please, please, please get in for the noodle incentive. Like, it's gonna blow your mind. On the same topic as noodle arms, the last song of my showcase is a Camellia track. And the best way to describe their songs is it's almost like boss levels. Like, they have their own pack in the base game, and then of course, they're an incredible artist, so all of the extra ones were added by the wonderful mapping community again. So this is Nasty Nasty Spell. This is very, very fast. It is mapped by Jasabi with a 256 BPM and an average notes per second of 7.53. Let's finish it off strong. It's also a very fun jazzy beat.
I played jazz in high school, so when I first heard this chart, I'm like, okay, yep, this is getting added to my Spotify. And at least from go on.
Go ahead.
Oh, you first.
I do want to mention this is the last song of my showcase. And before it gets too intense, I want to thank the Frame Paula's community for being totally open and welcome to someone who speedrun, but really enjoyed hanging out with a bunch of really cool gamers. And it's been a wonderful, welcoming community. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in Frost. Thank you, Osaka, for your absolutely amazing commentary that I'm sure you will carry through to the end of this. And thank you, Netara, for being the most amazing host around.
And again, thank you to EBD for showing off this wonderful mastery of a showcase. It's so cool to see high level play like this that I've had a smile on my face this whole time. It's been an honor to be on commentary for you. But no, when it comes to Nasty Nasty Spell, I love jazz music, and I love the dotted A 16th pattern that you hear all the time in jazz. And for someone that might not be accustomed to that type of patterning, it could kind of throw you off for some of these notes because it follows that pattern. Plus, again, Camellia, great music, all around, super tough chart, and we're throwing in bombs, and we're throwing in blocks. This is pretty much anything and everything that could just be super difficult. Not only is it in here, but EBD is making it look super easy. It's been such a treat.
My favorite part.
Oh, I know, this part is this is wild. I love it. Just looks so awesome. But yeah, just to be able to see you fully enjoy yourself, jumping along, being able to talk during this is wonderful. It said in chat, you're just vibing up there at warp speed, and that is 100% true. So mad props to what's going on.
Hey, I'm just glad we can all be here for a cozy stream.
Yeah.
My camera?
The personal camera messed up, but the in-game feed on the left is still going, so you can still see some wild charts on the left side.
Do I need to pause or are we good?
Let's see here. Yeah, we could. Yeah, worst comes worst, chat. Definitely keep an eye on the left-hand side so you can actually see what she's seeing in game. So you can see the slightly different look to it, but it's a perfect example of just how fast those notes are coming at you at full force, and why practice mode is a very, very, very key thing to just learning these charts and getting this level of mastery with them.
Definitely shout out. Ooh,
I
there
really
we go.
Don't worry, everybody. Sometimes you just have a little bit of technical difficulty, but that just gives us more time to work towards our noodle map showcase. So, in the meantime, I've been talking with our runner, Kung Fu Fruit Cup, who is going to be doing that showcase. And let me tell you, y'all, she has told me some magical things about this showcase. In her exact words, it is Beat Saber, but then suddenly you're in a virtual forest or like falling backwards through a vast underground. It is nothing like you have seen in Beat Saber. You have probably learned a lot about Beat Saber watching this year, and you're going to learn and see even more magical things. So we want to see this noodle showcase. I want to see this noodle showcase. And some of these donations will really help with that, such as $125 from H.J. Hornbeck saying trans rights are human rights. We have $50 from Crimson Corsair. I've had to catch a lot of runs on YouTube this year, but still there has been some jaw-dropping skills. Y'all are straight killing it. And for those who don't know, yes, we are uploading all of the VODs to YouTube. So if you have missed anything, caught part of a run, just want to see the magic again, go to our YouTube channel and you shall be able to see that. Should be at Games Done Quick on YouTube. So let us also see what else we've got going on here. Let's take a look at our lovely donations, because we want to keep that noodle train going. Okay, so let's talk about some of the other things which are supported here. We have our GDQ hotfix shows, which show off communities in speedrunning that are sometimes overlooked during marathons and elevate speedrunners year-round. We have shows for all interests, including ones that can help you find new games, teach you how to speedrun, and shows focused on more niche parts of speedrunning, such as randomizers. We also have special events. For more information, go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. And all of your bits and subs from this event go towards our GDQ hotfix shows, allowing those to continue, maybe even expand. So definitely keep those bits and those subs coming, because even though they are not going to Malala Fund, they are supporting events such as this. Okay, so we also have $10 from Anonymous. We have a $100 donation from Arflick. We have another $100 donation from Reverend Gumby. $25 donation from Windslash. $125 from Kalazi5. We have $50 from Anonymous. $25 from Safaria. Apologies if I mispronounced your name, saying less than 3. Also, $10 from Anonymous. Everyone, you're being so generous, and we are just hoping you can please continue your generosity so we can see more of that magical noodle showcase. Okay, so more information on the noodle maps. So they are incredibly cool, highly modded maps created by the Beat Saber community. They utilize tools that can edit walls, lights, blocks, and more, and even bring in new elements to the game to take maps to a completely different level. They can range from super tricky and strange block movement to just absolutely stunning background visuals. Absolutely must see if you like virtual reality, Beat Saber, or just really cool things. So So welcome back. We are getting ready to go back to finish up this Beat Saber showcase by EBD. And as an extra treat, she's going to run that final song again because we want to see it in its entirety, as it deserves.
Hi, friends. I can't see you, but the best part is I don't think you can see me either. So
We have gone to ghost mode.
we have gone into ghost mode. So sometimes these things can be a little bit of a wonky setup. I'm cut out, but you can still see my hands. So let's still run through this from the top. Nasty, nasty spell mapped by Jasabi. So please appreciate the floating sabers, because I've heard that's a little spooky.
I love like seeing you dancing and vibing around. Seeing this is just a whole other treat. But like we this is brand new. This is the first time running through it. Oh no! So you know what? Okay, chat. You caught EBD. She is in fact a Jedi. This just proves it.
Sometimes you vibe a little too hard and you throw off the calibration and the extra camera.
Everything is fine. This is completely invisible mode. This is now Ghost Saber.
Yeah. Shout out to Tech for being incredible.
And shout out to your in-person tech as well for helping out.
Yes, I do want to mention, thank you to my wonder Schmuggler and Lex for helping me out. It does take 3 people to make my setup run, and I appreciate them so much.
Yeah, it is so cool. Force Ghost Ghost percent, yeah. No, we're enjoying the stealth mode. We enjoy watching you as well, so it works out for everybody. We get to see the charts both from the in-camera view on the left and just in general on the right. Yeah, nasty spell is so difficult. There's so much going on, and it's so fun. The fact that EBD could still vibe so hard that she out-vibed the calibrations on her camera is amazing. But yeah, and thank you to Ghost Corgi as well. That he behaved during.
Did he appear?
No. Ghost Corgi behaved. You know, Ghost Corgi's probably in camera right now.
Honestly, probably. He's probably hanging out right behind me. He's usually very quiet and very sweet, and then you'll just get like a face full of a really happy boy.
Ghost Corgi is enjoying a snack under the desk.
Chat, I bet that Ghost Corgi really also wants to see that noodle showcase.
Yes,
Really?
Ghost
Donate
Corgis
for the
love
Ghost
to
Corgi.
eat. Ghost Corgis love to eat, and they would love extra noodles, please.
I mean, if you've enjoyed this, please keep donating. It's not only you get to see a great performance by a wonderful runner in Kung Fu with the next Beat Saber showcase, but it is for such an amazing cause. Malala Fund does such wonderful work for women. Just keep those generous charitable donations coming. It's always good to see just the wonderful support and just over 102,000.
Honestly, incredible.
Y'all are super cute, super amazing, super wonderful, and yeah, I mean, there's no other way to put it. Y'all are awesome, especially EBD because she is just rocking right now.
If anyone would ever love to talk about Beat Saber or other rhythm games, or figure out or get the playlist for this, like, please reach out to me on Discord or Twitter or whatever, Carrie or Pigeon, if you can convince it to find me. I love to talk about Beat Saber. I love to get more people into it. So please reach out if you would like to learn more. And
Absolutely. you want to join this wonderful community, we would love to have you. The Frame Patels are an amazing group of women that are just so super supportive and so super cool. Definitely reach out there.
That's all for me. Thanks again. Thanks for rolling with the punches. Good luck, though.
GG's. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. That was so much fun to watch. And I know you can't see it, but chat is just popping off right now.
I've never, and I should have said it, but I've never had that.
Hey!
Hey, she's at the thing.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's never happened before. I've never broken the calibration and then just gone ghost.
GG's. And
Thank
again,
you so much.
Where can they find you on? No, you. Where can they find you on streaming? If
they can find me at EBDO3.
Fantastic. And get those GG's for that was an amazing run. Awesome done. Awesomely done. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Okay, let us wave you out graciously with some donations. We have $25 from an Onyx Mouse. How quickly the time has elapsed. My brain has completely collapsed. I'm staring in awe, just completely slack-jawed. I simply must see noodle maps. We have $50 from Sean, donating to support a community that gives me so much faith in compassionate and inclusive spaces on Twitch. Much love from another MB to y'all. Let's see some noodle maps. Well, this MB appreciates you and all of our community. And let's get those noodle maps. They look amazing. With that, though, we're going to go for a quick break, and we will talk to you again soon. We would like to thank Japanese Restream for providing an alternate language broadcast of Frost Fatales 2023. Japanese Restream is a community where people can enjoy various speedrun events held abroad in Japanese. They are broadcasting the event at twitch.tv/Japanese_Restream on a delay. Check out the schedule by doing !Restream in the chat. We would love for viewers to join their stream and support the event. The GDQ Hotfix shows off communities in speedrunning that are sometimes overlooked during marathons and elevates speedrunners year-round. We are proud to have members of the Frame Fatale community as Hotfix showrunners, so be sure to tune in to shows such as Legally Cute and It's Dangerous to Go Alone, and more. For more information, go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. And we also have some lovely donations to read. We have $20 from Pickpacker. I'm extremely happy to see a mainline Toho game finally show in a GDQ marathon. Here's to more. And that is, of course, hinting at some future shenanigans that we are definitely going to be working on. But we also have $50 from DNA DK. Donate for the noodle maps. You will not be disappointed. And once again, those noodle maps are incredibly cool, highly modded maps created by the Beat Saber community, and you are not going to want to miss them. With that, we have our next Beat Saber showcase ready. Kung Fu Fruit Cup is our runner, and let's see her do this amazing showcase.